Hey guys, what's up? BC coming back at you guys with yet another Transformers video review, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Jinbao oversized Feral Rex Bovis slash Tantrum. I don't know why it takes me so long to say that every single freaking time. It's such a long opening title. Anyways, moving on. Here he is in his bull mode, and I'm gonna make a point here real quick. I really like Tigers. I really like Talon, Rampage, Dive Bomb, Bovis and Fortis slash Tantrum, and Headstrong, because reasons. I have a love-hate relationship with. And he suffers from more issues, but that's honestly because of the fact that it's a knockoff, and it's mostly my own fault for going for the knockoff, and instead of just being a good little boy, saving up my money, and buying the original. But at the same time, if I would have bought the original, I wouldn't have the gargantuan beast that is the knockoff Feral Rex. So bearing that in mind. Now, one of my issues I'm going to get out of the way right now. This giant cannon section right here does not plug on. It just sits here. And it has, like, if they set it up to where it was intended to just lay on top, I wouldn't be as hard on it. But look at this. They have the clip. They have the clips. They have the freaking clips. It just doesn't clip together. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just due to the fact that, just due to the way it's made, you can't get it to quite plug on, and right when you go to do it, he's gonna fall flat. But just, I don't know, that's irritating to me, and for the rest of this video, we're gonna leave this off to the side, because a lot of the things it was supposed to be able to do, it can't do. So tossing it over to the side, let's move on and actually get into the weapons. Weaponry is, again, his knives. And I guess you could call these swords instead of knives because of, like, the gargantuan size, but they were referred to as knives in the original figures, so I'm going to refer to them as knives. And of course, these rifles are popping out of place too. So yeah, here are all of his weapons. All that goes off to the side. Now, articulation-wise, you got a joint here, a ball joint here, swivel, and when you pull it out, he has a rocker that allows his head to go side to side. Granted, due to the size of his freaking head, it can't quite do it, but that's fine. He's got a ball joint in there, and a ball joint in the hoof, and then back here, he's kind of got the same thing. So yeah, there's nothing to really write home about, but you can do this. Like, you can have him lay down, or as I like to call it, the giant bull belly flop. Yeah, I had my fun. Anyways, with that said, moving on. Here he is, and that's his bull mode. So to transform him, we're going to go ahead and start just kind of opening a couple things up. We're going to open these up. And before I move on any further, the mouth does move, does open, and that's for reasons. At least with him, it's for reasons. Anyways, moving on. Transformation is quite simple. I'm going to do the legs first, simply because of the fact of they irritate me. So we're going to take this piece, we're going to fold it up, and we're going to peg it in here. Like that. straighten out the hooves, and then rotate this whole piece. Actually, I think you're going to want... Yeah, don't rotate that whole piece. Rotate the hoof. Like this. Leave that there for now, because then you're going to pop these pieces open, and you're going to fold out the entire leg section. Since you had already done that, you're going to go ahead and kind of just lift these up on their ball joints. And you're going to rotate this whole friggin' thing at the waist. And of course, pop the ball joint. That's fine. I don't care about that as much. I would rather have these easily pop off on me instead of these. These are where I draw issue. Because I'm going to go ahead and split this. You fold this down. And the way you have to do this, you have to rotate it while it's bent to the side like this. It's rubbing against so much plastic that there's no clear way to do this without really feeling like you're breaking it. But once you get it around to about there is when you're going to flip it up. You're going to fold it in like this, and then you're going to push it forward. See, on this foot, it's not nearly as bad. It's this one that scares me. Because you kind of bring this down, and bam, see? It's that. And you can already kind of see right there, right in there. Trying to get it in shot, but you can already see it right there. There's a stress mark right there, and that's why this transformation just scares me. Anyway, you fold it up like that, and now you have the legs to your Bovis slash, well, okay, not just yet. You're going to fold these pieces down, and you're going to peg them in back here. Fold these pieces down, peg them in back here. Peg in, you pain in the neck. There we go. Now, just like the other two, you have these two hip things. Only thing is, they have these little struts in there that keep them from actually folding in and solidifying. So, yeah, anyways, kind of fold these around and have them be the hip skirts. Adjust your camera so you can actually see the rest of the bot mode. Now, first things first, we're going to go ahead and rotate the head. And open up the mouth. Now we're going to handle the arms. They unplug from here, fold up. That piece pops out. The hoof rotates yet again, comes up, and pegs in. Then you just kind of straighten out the arm and flip out the hand. Now, see that? See that? When you do the same thing over here on the other side, flip out the hand, he has two left hands. Again, the fault of buying a knockoff, but that bugs me. This makes me want to get those freaking those new hands, just so I can not only have the wrist joints, but have an actual right hand. But just so you guys can see, it's really not that big a deal. While Tigress's knives can be held a little bit easier. Oh, come on, you were just doing it. There we go. While Tigress can hold his knives a lot easier, he can hold his. It's just way scarier to put his in his hands. Anyways, you fold these up, you flip the face around, and then you close up the mouth, and there's the head, and there's the full robot. And just for the sheer sake of it, I'm going to plug the gun in And just to show that he does in fact have the same functionality, if you lift this up and you plug this in, he can store, and there went the ball, all jointed hip skirt. There you go, he can do that. Now let me actually plug this back on. There we go. And I'm just going to put the other gun on over here. I'm just going to rotate that out the way this time so I don't end up breaking it again. So yeah, there you go. I like the robot. I like the bull. I hate transforming between all three of the modes. Simply because of how freaking terrifying it is every single time. And honestly, Fortis is not... he's not safe from it either. And that's the bit that really sucks on this. So yeah. Articulation-wise, he's got a rotation here at the head, and he's got that little rocker joint to allow his head to kind of wiggle back and forth, which, that's fine. He's got the same articulation in the shoulders. He's got the double jointed elbow. He's got the waist joint due to transformation. His hips move backward and forward and in and out. He's got a knee joint. And he's got those very terrifying ankle joints. So yeah, articulation-wise, he's on par with the others. And he's... I can't say I love this figure because he's got so many nagging little issues that just really drag him down. But of course, you know, that's the fault of buying a knockoff. I'm going to keep saying that so people don't end up thinking, well, you bought a knockoff, so... No shit. I bought a knockoff, and while this is a very high-grade knockoff, I still have my complaints. And my complaints are always going to be present. So with that said, guys, I've taken up enough of your time. I've complained about this guy enough. I actually do like this. It's a cool figure. If he didn't have the nagging issue with, like, if he had his right hand and his ball-jointed ankles weren't so terrifying to work with, I would like this a little bit more. But I'm not saying I hate it. I actually really like it. But like I said, I also have a love-hate relationship with him and Fortis. Speaking of Fortis, we're going to be looking at him soon. So with that said, guys, I've taken up enough of your time. This is Beast saying stay nerdy and get your geek on. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.